In this video, you will learn what your responsibilities are when practicing math skills. The word practice is the act of doing something again and again in order to learn or improve. Think about a sports practice. If you play a middle school sport or you played a sport in elementary school, you probably had practices quite often. In middle school sports, you'll have practice pretty much every day. And the purpose of that is so that you're doing the moves over and over again. The more you do them correctly, the better you get at the skill in that sport. Well, the same thing goes for math. The more you practice it correctly, the better you'll get. This year, you're going to hear some assignments called must-do assignments. Some assignments will be called should-do assignments, and some assignments will be called aspire-to-do assignments. Now, must-do assignments are pretty much practicing just the basic skill that you're learning. It's obviously a must-do. You have to practice it. The should-do assignment, it has a little bit more thinking involved. And the aspire-to-do assignments are practicing real-life problems. Must-do assignments count for 30% of your final grade. It's important that you show your work, and it's also important that you do the puzzle. I like to use puzzle worksheets because they help you self-check as you go. It's another way of giving you support or help. For example, if you look at one of these problems, we're adding numbers together. If I add the numbers together and get an answer that is up at the top in the riddle area, that means I'm probably doing it correctly. But if my answer is not up there, then I did something wrong, and I know that I need to go back and try to correct it. You should do the puzzles as you go on the worksheet. Don't try to do all the math problems and then go back and do all the puzzle parts. That won't help you. And yes, the puzzles are required. Should-do assignments count for 10% of your final grade. There will be fewer of these assignments. When a skill needs multiple levels of practice, that's when I bring in a should-do assignment. So you'll have a video and a must-do and a should-do that go all together. You cannot get an A in the class without doing the should-dos. So you might ask, do I have to do this assignment? Well, ask yourself this. Why wouldn't you do the assignment? I'm going to guess it would be something like because I don't want to, or because I don't feel like it, or because it's extra work. Well, those are all lazy answers. So, do you have to do the assignment? Why wouldn't you do it? Yes, of course you have to. Aspire-to-do assignments are going to count for 10% of your final grade. Again, there will be fewer of these assignments. Aspire-to-dos will require much more thought. They're more working with real-life problems, real-life situations, not just a straightforward math problem, but more word problems. Again, you cannot get an A without doing the aspire-to-do assignments. And again, you might ask, do I have to do this assignment? I mean, you say aspire to do it. Well, my answer to that is you should aspire to do that, meaning you should try to do it. Do your best. In the self-pacing of this class, if you're kind of falling behind, then the aspire to do assignments might be something you don't get to, and that's okay, as long as you're trying your best and moving along. Another responsibility you have when you're practicing your skills is to know what to do when you're stuck. Use your resources. You should have notes from watching the videos. Hopefully you wrote down all the words and you wrote down all the steps to the practice problems. You can also rewatch the video. You could even do a Google search or a YouTube search. You can probably find another teacher's video, and maybe you'll like how that teacher explains it better than how I did, and that's okay too. Ask a friend in the class. You can find out who's already an expert on that skill. And finally, ask a teacher. It's my job to help you. That's what I'm here for. please ask if you need help. I want to leave you with this quote by Henry Ford. He said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. It's all in your mindset, guys. If you think you can do something, then you probably are going to be able to do it. You're more likely to be able to get it done. If you think you can't do something, well, you're probably right. You probably can't do it because your mindset is telling you that you won't be able to do it. So don't give up in math class. Have a growth mindset, a mindset where you think, I can do this. I can learn it. I can grow. Now you should know what your responsibilities are when practicing math skills. Thanks for watching.